Well, I'm glad you brought up investigation. That is the key word. Kash Patel has said that he is surging now agents onto the ground in Minneapolis to find more of this fraud, particularly after this video was released. But I had Senator Ron Johnson on Sunday Morning Futures yesterday, and he's chairman of the permanent subcommittee, select subcommittee in there. And he basically told me this. Watch.
We need to put all kinds of pressure on the state agencies to give us their records. I'm chairman of the Permanent Subcommittee Investigations. This will be a primary focus of ours. The agency heads who funnel the federal money to the state agencies, they have to demand that the state agencies are transparent. And unfortunately, particularly in Democrat-controlled states, they're not. They're refusing to turn over those records. I've got subpoena power. I will use that subpoena power to obtain these records because we have to get to the bottom of this. Understand.
And Luke, it's not just Senator Johnson. House Speaker Mike Johnson took that video, reposted it, and said, this is egregious. We are going to investigate this fraud. $9 billion is the number right now.
Again, every state should have a Department of Government Efficiency that addresses this. And if they don't, the federal government needs to get involved like they are and actually go into these states and regulate them. I mean, as a financial services company, there's no stone left unturned. When you go through any kind of regulatory audits, whenever you go through opening a business, it was every stone not unturned, made sure that they went into every single detail of even your personal life. So I don't understand how these people can get away with it. It must be that easy for the access to that money. I mean, I know for me, one of the big questions I get is, Luke, what happens to my money if you die, right? That's usually a very easy question for me to answer, but why do we not care about where our own money is going? I mean, this is billions of dollars at the state level. I know we talk about billions and trillions of dollars at the federal level and kind of throw around these big numbers like it's nothing. When it comes to the state or local governments, billions of dollars matters to your own pocketbook. And the fact that we're now uncovering this, and actually it looks like people on Twitter are becoming their own journalists and actually going to these physical locations, more people need to do this. Get involved.
And that's the thing, Taylor, about this video. I watched the entire thing over the weekend, and I watched it again last night because we talked about it this morning. And it was unbelievable. He would go to one building, and there would be 14, 17 of the same exact types of businesses in one building, empty.
Yeah, and misspelled. Signs.
Learning was misspelled.
You nailed it. Forensic accounting, or you don't get taxpayer money. That's it. Financial services firms have to go through all sorts of these audits. I mean, every quarter we are filing 10Ks, 10Qs, all of these. The minute a CEO wants to buy a share, you have to file a report. The scrutiny over publicly traded companies and the audits that they have to go through, that should apply the same to all of these taxpayer-funded businesses in quotes, because they're not real. It's shocking.
It's just frustrating from my standpoint. It took me 4 months to get open as a business because of just regulatory things and the time they took. So when people are egregious or not following the rules like this, it really irks.
This is what makes people so angry, though, because Americans work hard.
I was going to say, I tend to be more so, I think, than most. I'm not trying to take credit for anything, but I want to help people. I've been fortunate in my life. I want to help people. And when you see something like this, there's nothing more maddening than to see that sort of thing. And part of it is, we shoveled a lot of money out the door trying to recover from COVID, that legislation. And the lack of willingness on the part of public officials to say, well, okay, just get, we got all this, we fought for this, we got this, let's get it out the door, and not care about where it's going.
And this comes back to, I think, to a bigger question where you have people on the left who want to tax more to do big government spending.
Want to help, yeah.
And I think people on the right want to say, tax me less, and I will be a better steward of my money. I will find that local charity. I have a church that I'm connected to. I know the homeless shelter in my community. And if you taxed me less, I would have more money in my pocket that I'm confident that Americans are good-natured, that they would spend it in better ways, less than the administrative state. But I get calls from NYU, for example, and I don't donate a ton of money, but they say, would you like to donate? And I said, unfortunately, I can't because you've already taken half my income and taken it to the federal government. Tax me less, and I would love to give you more money.
You know what I would love?
We can't.
We got to run, but you know what I would love, Taylor? I would love to know where Bill de Blasio's wife spent $1 billion of New York City taxpayer. We still do not have an answer on that. I'm pitching that for tomorrow. All right.